Welcome back, Epic TV. This is the Tavor 21. You may have seen this recently in a video we did while we were at SHOT Show 2012. We saw this at the Spartan Imports booth, thought it looked really cool. It's manufactured by a company called S&T and licensed by Cybergun. It's got these really awesome IWI trademarks on the back here, as well as the Tavor 21 trademarking and copyright information on the back. This is geared towards, the CQB guy, the Mout guy. They're looking for a very budget-friendly, affordable gun that saves them a little bit of weight, saves them a lot of bit of money, and without sacrificing a whole lot of performance. They started off by using an ABS body. Keeps the weight down, manufacturing's easier, again, translating that savings to you guys. It has a flip-up front and rear sight that are both also ABS. The front is adjustable, the rear is just flip up and down to keep it out of the way when you're using an optic like the one I've attached here. This is a Bravo. That is attached on an ABS top rail. In the front here is the battery compartment. Cool feature about this version of the Tavor, it balances the gun a little bit more, keeps the weight more forward. Because it is a bullpup style, the gearbox and the magazine are both in the back of the gun, which brings the weight back. But by moving the battery compartment forward, they've really balanced it out and made it a lot better. Not to mention, the battery compartment is quite large. You can store a 9.6 small type battery, but with ease. It's not, you don't have to snake wires in there or try to, jam it in to fit. Further back, we have the select fire switch that gives you a selection between safe, semi, and full auto modes, and you can actually view your selection on the other side of the weapon as well. Further back, we've got the mag well. It uses a standard M4, M16 magazine, so if you already have an M4 or an M16, don't need to buy new mags for it, which is great. Comes with a high capacity magazine that is metal. Kind of expected that to be ABS, but awesome that it comes with a full metal one. And it features a full functioning charging handle. And once you pull back on the charging handle, it locks back the imitation bolt back here. The imitation bolt is released by activating the functioning bolt release on the bottom here, right behind the magazine. Once you release that, it closes right up. If you want to adjust your hop-up, easy to do. Just pull back on the charging handle, and that gives you access to your proprietary hop-up unit and proprietary gearbox. That kind of brings us to the back here, where we've got a QD sling mount point on either side of the stock. Makes it great for slinging the weapon very quickly. By removing the top pin in the stock pad, you actually gain access to the gearbox, making maintenance pretty easy, as well as having access to the quick change spring guide. A word of warning, maybe, perhaps, just maybe a word of caution. The gun features an ABS gearbox. Now, before you raise your arms in terror, wondering if this thing's going to crack at the first shot, I guarantee you it's not going to do that. This thing is made for CQB. It is designed to handle all of the, the terrible things that you could throw at it in a CQB environment. If you're going to upgrade it, there are certain things you have to be aware of. The ABS gearbox currently, right out of the box, features a shortened M120 spring, which outputs about 310 feet per second. We're going to verify that over at the shooting range when we go in there. I was messing with it. I decided to put a full length M120 spring and a full length M130 spring to see how much I could get out of it. Even with the M130, I was shooting like 340 feet per second, so still well within that 350 mark for indoor players. But I really wouldn't recommend going with an M130 or any higher than that, simply because at that point, that's when you start putting a lot of wear and tear on your gearbox. But anything lower than that, you'll have a great time doing it. It's fun to work on. It's really kind of forgiving because it's ABS and you have a lot more tolerances that way. Just something to be aware of.